In the buzzer beaters, it's advantage LeBron 5-3. If you're into championships, it's advantage Jordan 6-3. You know, whatever you're into. Shannon has LeBron narrow the gap with Jordan.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Is that a deer or a goat?
You know what it is.
Looks like a deer to me.
Stop it.
Like
No, it don't. No, it don't. No, it don't.
Deer in headlights.
No, it don't.
Yep.
Hold on. What you mean? There was a gap? I thought that was a place where you shop at.
Oh, so now
you shop at the gap?
leap.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's my time. Is it my time, Joy? Is it my time?
Yes, Shannon.
Is the gap? You shop at the
Has
gap?
LeBron narrowed the gap? Not the
I didn't know there was a gap. But no.
Well, last time we did this, you said, well, he hasn't quite caught it.
That was the last time. This is this time. But last time we talked, he hadn't hit 2-game winners. He hadn't become more clutch, Skip. The body of work is what it is, Skip. At some point in time, the resume, he just keeps that because Michael can't add anything to his resume. This man is still adding to his resume. Now, what he's about to do, he's about to break the tie between Mailman, and Kobe Bryant. George Taylor, he's about to be for his 12th time in 15 seasons, first team All-NBA. He's about to do it 11 consecutive times. I don't know how it should be 13 and 12 because the year he took the team to the NBA Finals, Joe, he wasn't first team All-NBA. That's none of my business. I didn't have a vote that time. But Skip Bayless, if you look at his body of work, everybody keeps saying he's magic. He's magic. No, he's the greatest all-around player we've ever seen. Magic Johnson had 4 seasons in which he averaged 20 points or more. LeBron James in his 15 career has never averaged less than 20 points in a season. He's 27.2 for a career. He's 28.7 in the playoffs. Skip said he likes the guy that shows playoff merit. So here's the guy that's averaging almost 2 points more in the playoffs than he does in the regular season. So in other words, Skip, not only can he score, but he can rebound and assist the basketball. No one in the history of the game has been asked to do more than LeBron James because Magic always had Kareem. Always. Michael Jordan always had Cartwright to get rebounds. He's always had Dennis Rodman to get rebounds. And a lot of times the offense was initiated by Scottie Pippen. So they're asking LeBron James, we need you to score 27 a night. We need you to get us 7, 8, 9 rebounds a night. And we need you to facilitate the offense by giving us 8 assists tonight. And he's done that. And he's been one thing, Skip, he's been consistent with it. So for all these people, so the narrative is, he's not a scorer. Did you know this, Joe? I don't know if you knew this. LeBron James averages more points per game in the regular season than one Kevin Durant. And everybody thinks of Kevin Durant as a scorer. He averages more points per game in the playoffs than one Kevin Durant while giving you more rebounds and assists. No man in the history of the game has been able to do what my guy's been able to do on a nightly basis.
Really?
Therefore,
he's the greatest player ever.
From this day on, when I speak of LeBron James, I will always stop it, Skip Bayless. I'm telling you, being disrespectful to this man. He deserves some respect this Monday morning.
How can I respect that?
Skip, you know what here?
I thought that's a sheep.
No.
What does that mean?
He was hungry.
Oh, he was hungry. He was eating. Oh, he was foraging.
Yeah. On Toronto, the more baby dinosaurs.
Vegetarian.
Yeah, baby dinosaur. He eating baby dinosaur flesh the last 2 nights.
No, he's not carnivorous. He just eats
no.
right?
But Skip, did you see that toolbox he was in on Thursday night?
Yeah.
But that wasn't enough. He said, you know what? Skip don't believe it. Skip don't believe what he just saw. So what I'm gonna do on Saturday night is I'm gonna hit a game winner walk off. And so all this whole narrative about Michael Jordan be more clutch than me.
Yeah.
Joy, one more thing, Skip, before I turn it over to you. I ain't really good.
That wasn't enough?
No, I ain't really good at numbers, Joy. So what I did, I hired a CPA and accountant. So they went to school for numbers. Shannon Sharp went to school to catch off football. 12 for 214 and 2 tubs. Do you know 214 yards, Skip? You know what that is, the significance? That's the most receiving yards for a tight end in NFL history.
Really?
And O'Shea Sharp got it. So I ain't good.
Jeff Wooden had like 215 again.
You wish you had it. Skip Bayless. LeBron James now has more walk-off winners in playoff history than Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. And both of those guys are thought of as being more clutch than him. But that's my business now. They made it my business, so I got to tell it.
Tell me when it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Thank you. So, bottom line to this discussion is, I'm offended we're even having it.
You're not offended.
I'm offended. It's sacrilegious.
No, it's
I'm
not.
afraid we're all going to get struck by lightning because we keep doing this over and over.
That's not in Brod's
keep
plan.
daring that man upstairs enough. He's just going to have a lightning bolt come right down through all these lights and just hit this table and just cut it in half.
That's not in Bron's plan.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's
yeah, Bron's playing.
Okay.
Bron got a plan.
Okay. So what you should cling to is, if your man LeBron James can lead these Cavaliers past Kevin Durant's Golden State Warriors in this upcoming finals, then at least we could start having the conversation. But until that happens, we have no conversation, because now LeBron has hit 4 buzzer-beating jump shots. But jump shots, I'm not going to count that little.
Oh, yeah, it's a game winner.
It's a layup. It's a layup.
Patrick,
nobody guarded him, and he laid it off the glass.
Ask Patrick Ewing how hard layups are.
He didn't even dunk it. He just laid it off the glass. These are higher degree of difficulty, and the highest degree of difficulty was the one he made, obviously, Saturday night. But he has 4 in 227 playoff games. It's a lot of games, because he's played longer than Michael played during his stretch of 13 years in Chicago. So it's 15.
Well, when you get knocked out in the first round, it's hard for you to advance. If you'd have kept going, you could have played some more games.
Yep. So he has, in his regular season career, only 2 walk-off jump shots, buzzer-beating jump shots. He has 2 in his career, and he's played 1,143 regular season games. That's a lot of games. So it gets us back to, as Joy pointed out, 6-0 in the finals with 6 MVPs versus 3-5 in the finals for LeBron with 3 MVPs. So the 3 times he won it, he did win the MVP. So I'm going to give him that. But he's facing 3-6, and then you're going to have a hard time wearing that thing.
But here's the thing, Skip. So I just want to know, if we're only using championships as the barometer to say who's GOAT.
Okay, now that it's my turn, time reclaim.
Oh, you reclaim your time? Okay.
Thank you very much. Do you realize, blind witnesses out there, that Michael Jordan has 5 season MVPs and only 13 Chicago seasons to LeBron's 4 season MVPs and 15 Cleveland seasons? So that's a little advantage to MJ.
No. He played 15 years, Skip.
So MJ in scoring titles, regular season scoring titles, he has 10. LeBron has 1.
Yes.
Oh, that's not very good. MJ leads in all defensive teams. He made it 9 times to LeBron's 6. That's only in 13 seasons, obviously in Chicago. So that's big advantage to MJ. MJ led the NBA in steals 3 times, and LeBron's never led the NBA in steals. And MJ has played all 82 games 9 times in his career to LeBron's 1 in his 15th season this year. So that's a big advantage to MJ. And then here's a good one for you. Try this one. Michael Jordan beat 20 50-plus win teams in his playoff runs. 20 50-plus win teams in playoff runs to those 6 championships. LeBron has beaten only 10. So it's 20-10 in beating 50-win teams, 50-plus win teams in the postseason.
Right.
20-10 MJ. And then check this out. Michael Jordan never had a teammate average more than 22 points in a finals. Not in those 6 finals.
Right.
Scottie Pippen had a 22. But Kyrie averaged 28 and Dwayne Wade averaged 26. So it looks like LeBron had a lot of help. Right?
Hold on.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I noticed
28 and 26.
Context matters here. But if you notice, Skip Bayless only says 13 years in Chicago. So I guess those 2 years that he played in Washington does not matter.
He took 2 years off that were he was just forced out the back door in Chicago.
See, what I try to do is I try not to bring up things that has no bearing. He wasn't playing, so there's.
But they didn't even count.
Even though he wasn't playing, Scottie Pippen led that team to 50-plus win. But who is that? But here's the thing, Skip. Why are we not talking about those 2 years in Washington? Did they not happen?
They happened.
Okay, hold on, time out.
They're like age 30. What was it? 38 and 39.
If he's the GOAT, he got to drag that team to the playoffs. If he's what you said he is, Larry Bird said he was Jesus in sneakers. That's what Larry said. You said he's the GOAT. I'm trying to figure out, why can't he lead that team to the playoff if he's every bit what you said he is? Tell me, and one more thing before I go. I want you to tell me the time that LeBron beat a team in the NBA Finals that had 3-4 Hall of Famers on its roster. Just let me know when you're ready.
Ones, but
no.
All the tough ones came in the East. I've shown you that before. Do we need to start going through the roadblocks he had to get through in the East?
You know what, Skip?
Remember, that was back in the days. The East was not the least, right?
You know what? Had he gone to the NBA Finals in the '80s, Joy, I'd say, LeBron, there's nothing you can do. You would have to win 5 straight NBA titles. You'd have to win 3 MVPs. So you'd have to be 7 and 8 to pass Michael Jordan. But Michael Jordan didn't sniff the finals. He didn't. As a matter of fact, he didn't sniff the Eastern Conference Finals in the 80s. Didn't sniff them. He didn't. Hold on, one more thing, Skip, before I let you go. I'm gonna turn it over to you. I'm gonna let you have your time.
I think I just got disrupted.
No.
I think it just got stolen.
In the 80s, when the Celtics were in their apex, when their prime, when the bad boy Pistons were in their prime, Michael Jordan couldn't see them. And you remember in 1990 when they lost in was it 89 or 90? I think Scottie Pippen had that migraine. He couldn't play, and Michael had to go it alone. Can you tell the people at home that didn't watch that game how it ended?
That's way before my time.
Hey, but don't do that, Skip. Skip Bayless, why you keep talking about this before your time, and you preface everything by you been covering sports for 44 years?
Yeah. So my final stat is, my favorite stat is PER, player efficiency rating.
Yes.
Through all their playoff games, Michael Jordan is a 29, which is extraordinarily high in PER.
Yes.
And LeBron, as all-around great as he is, and he is all-around great, he has more all-around gifts than Jordan had, or at least takes advantage of his gifts more than Jordan. Jordan was mostly a scorer and a defender.
Correct.
LeBron obviously is a passer.
Yes.
There's no better passer in basketball today than LeBron James. But in this case, PER is 29 to 28. So Michael's still 1 point ahead of him in PER. That's pretty extraordinary for a guy who doesn't pass the basketball.
But what you call it? But LeBron has played almost 50 more playoff games. And
Thank you for that.
If you don't
that's why he's got the buzzer beaters.
But Joy, that's what happens. When you get knocked out in the first round, you don't get a chance to go to the second and the finals. So that's what happens. Had he not gotten swept his first 3 years in the NBA, he could have been playing a bunch of games. But he couldn't, and he didn't.
And just because we're out of time, Joy, I'm not going to rub it in on free throw shooting because it's pathetic the way LeBron has shot the free throws, especially in late game situations, in playoff moments, because of those with 3 or more attempts since LeBron came into the league, he's dead last. I'm sorry, he just is.
From now on, I will only preface LeBron. When I say LeBron, I will say GOAT. I will call him GOAT James.
Yeah.
Yep. GOAT James is his name.
You are definitely not getting in that Jordan party for All-Star next year.
I can't.
I don't think so.
Okay. I'll put it down.
By the way, in 2011, wasn't he just the literal GOAT?
Hold on, Joy.
Remember that? The meltdown?
You know what, Joy?
Wait, did Michael Jordan ever melt down in a finals?
You know
I don't
what?
remember that.
My producer asked me, said, what were these leads for? I said it was for a trap that I set for Skip, and I knew he would walk in. That's 2011 team. That's the same team that beat Kobe and the Lakers that won the championship the year before in 5 games. That's the same team that beat OKC with James Harden, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook. They beat them also. That was that same 2011 team. The same Mavericks team that ran through Kobe Bryant, who had just won the finals in 29 and 10. But that's none of my business, Joy.
But your chosen one became the frozen one in that finals. You know it, and I know it. You can't erase
What happened to Kobe?
You can't sweep it under
What
the
happened to
carpet.
Kobe?
This is about Michael Jordan versus LeBron James.
I'm just asking, if Kobe was, but you keep saying, everybody keep telling me, why couldn't Kobe take down? Because Kobe, it was supposed to be LeBron and Kobe in the finals anyway. Why couldn't he do? What about Kevin Durant and Russ and Harden?
I just know Michael's better than.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
That's all I can.
You gotta leave it there. Should Andre Iguodala be comparing Durant to Jordan?
Ooh.
We'll discuss that
Wow,
next.
here we go.
Iggy, you're gonna make me do this.